Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The New Orleans Saints have won plenty of games with their dazzling offense. The defense is doing its part as well. Drew Brees threw a pair of touchdown passes in the first half, and the guys on the other side made sure that was enough, sending the Saints to a 17-13 victory over the Atlanta Falcons on Thursday evening. Quote, "We're rolling and we can't stop," unquote, said Cameron Jordan, who led the way as New Orleans sacked Atlanta's Matt Ryan 5 times. Brees threw a 44-yard touchdown pass to Jimmy Graham and a 1-yarder to Benjamin Watson, giving the first-place Saints a sweep of the season series with their NFC South rivals. Atlanta, now 2-9, dropped its 5th game in a row, clinched its first losing season since 2007, and was officially eliminated from the division race with 5 weeks remaining. The Falcons had a chance to pull off the upset, driving the Saints 29 with less than 3 minutes to go, or driving to the Saints 29 with less than 3 minutes to go. But New Orleans turned up the pressure on Ryan, Atlanta missed a really long field goal, and the Saints ran off all but the Saints ran off all but the last 5 seconds of the game. New Orleans also forced a crucial fumble early in the fourth quarter. Kayunta Dawson stripped the ball from the Falcons rookie receiver Darius Johnson, and Corey White fell on it at the Saints 13. Quote, "We knew coming here was going to be a challenge. The two teams, the history, regardless of the record, it has always been a close game, and tonight was no exception," unquote. That coming from head coach Sean Payton of the New Orleans Saints. The Georgia Dome rocked with chants of who dat as the final seconds tick off the clock, the Saints ensuring they remain alone atop the NFC South, and just one game behind Seattle for home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. New Orleans will face the Seahawks on December 2nd in what shapes up as one of the biggest games of the year. Quote, "The identity of the team is still developing," said Cameron Jordan, unquote, who was credited with 2.5 sacks. The Falcons have hoped to salvage a bit of pride in this lost season, driving from their own 9. Actually, the 3 after Ryan was sacked to the Saints' 29. But Ryan was sacked again by Jordan and hurried into a pair of incompletions. As the crowd groaned, the Falcons surprisingly sent on Matt Bryant to attempt a 52-yard field goal. He knocked one, though, but the Saints called timeout just before the snap. His next try sailed wide of the left upright. Brees and the offense took it from there, assuring Atlanta had time for only one desperate play at the end. Quote, "We responded to momentum changes and some adversity in the football game, but it was still not good enough. If you don't win, it's not good enough," unquote. That coming from Falcons coach Mike Smith. Brees was 23 of 33 for 278 yards. Ryan was 30 of 39 for 297 yards, but Atlanta's offense produced only 1 touchdown, the 4th time that has happened during its current skid. The Falcons, who have been outscored 135-61 over their previous 4 games, put together an impressive drive on their opening possession. Steven Jackson carried it 5 times for 24 yards, the last of them a dive into the end zone on 3rd and goal at the Saints 1 to give Atlanta its first lead in nearly a month. The Falcons had gone nearly 15 quarters, almost 4 full games, since being up 3-0 over Arizona early in Week 8. The advantage didn't last long. Brees guided a 15-play, 78-yard drive in which the Saints converted 5 straight times on 3rd down, including Watson's leaping catch in the back of the end zone. Bryant put the Falcons back ahead with the first of his 2 field goals, a 39-yarder early in the second quarter, but New Orleans grabbed the lead for good when Graham slipped behind the secondary and hauled in his long touchdown. He celebrated by dunking over the goalpost and hung on the crossbar for extra emphasis, and ended up bending the post. As the Saints lined up to attempt the extra point, the officials noticed the crooked uprights, leading to a brief delay as a worker came out with the ladder to straighten the bar. The Falcons got in position to recapture the lead, driving to the New Orleans 10. On 3rd and goal, Ryan couldn't find an open receiver and took off running, briefly spotting a path to the end zone. But the Saints closed in quickly, prompting Ryan to slide down at the 6 rather than risk an injury. Some Atlanta fans booed as Matty Ice trotted off the field. Atlanta settled for another field goal from 24 yards and trailed 14-13 at the half. The Falcons got no closer. The only points of the second half came on Garrett Hartley's 41-yard field goal. Notes: Graham had 5 receptions for 100 yards. Saints defensive end Akiem Hicks had 1.5 sacks. Falcons cornerback Desmond Trufant went out the first half with a thigh injury, but returned to the game after halftime. Jackson had 63 yards and 16 carries for Atlanta. So it's been an absolutely terrible season for the Atlanta Falcons, and one guy I really feel for, and that has to be Tony Gonzalez. This is a guy that's had a great career, this is his last season in the NFL. This is not how he wants to go out. Ryan, 30-39, like I said, 292 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, it wasn't a great game by the Saints even. Brees wasn't as stellar as he usually is, but I mean, it was just enough to beat the Falcons. And of course, the Falcons, I mean, they got knocked out of the division race, 5 weeks before the season ends, and they've got a lot of work to do this off season. And the New Orleans Saints, are doing good, and we look at the rest of the standings at the moment. The Saints are one of the best teams out there. The only teams that I'd say are better than them right now, you got the Seahawks, you got the Broncos, you got the Chiefs, and maybe New England. I mean, if you count what happened, in their game against Philly, I believe it was Philly. I mean, bad call, but it happens. Yeah, actually, that's my mistake. It wasn't. New England's call wasn't against Philly. That was against the Panthers. That's my mistake. But yeah, Falcons got a lot of work to do, and we'll see what the Saints can do against Seattle. It's going to be a great game. Thank you guys, and comment on my broadcasting skills. I really am trying to look for a job. Thank you. But by the way, I forgot. Check out our sponsor at simplyruggedholsters.com. It's in the description, so check it out. Thank you.